So, what's the best way to cook a chicken breast? Well, in my opinion, it's any method that results in moorishly crack-like, salty, crispy skin and the juiciest of meat. Anything less is okay for the dog or to serve to that weird cousin you'd probably rather not talk about. Okay, this is my preferred method. First off, one heavy based non-stick frying pan, a splash of oil. Now you can place the chicken in the pan skin side down. Next, a knob of butter. Try not to overdo the butter, we're frying here, not poaching, so don't put too much in. It doesn't matter what sort of oil, whichever you got in the cupboard. Now we add our salt. Best not to overdo things here, we can always add some more later. Don't be tempted to add pepper at this stage unless you like burnt pepper, in which case, yeah, go on, pile it on. A clove of garlic in next, cut in half, and a couple of sprigs of thyme. We really want to enhance the flavour of the chicken here, not mask it, so take it easy. We want nice, gentle, foaming butter. It should be an absolute spa session for your chicken. So our pan is nicely under control now. No spitting, no fighting, no trying to climb out the pan, no dramas. If it is doing any of that, just turn it down a bit. Okay, this is a two-part cooking process. First half is in the pan, second half is in the oven. Oven on 160 centigrade or 320 Fahrenheit for our friends across the pond. Gently seal any of the uncooked edges of the chicken. We'll keep turning and basting until we have a lovely golden brown colour. This should take about 8 to 10 minutes. If it's in the pan longer than that, you've probably f***ed it. For those of you who aren't experienced in basting meat, here's a few tips. Hold the pan at roughly 30 degrees. Steep enough for the fat to run back to your spoon, but not enough to be far away from the stove that you'll lose the heat from your pan. You want that butter to be hot and sizzling as you keep spooning it back over the chicken. This is definitely one of those techniques that's well worth taking the time to master if you want to level up your cooking game. It works really well for steak and fish too. It's really not overly complicated, so no excuses. You just got to take the time to learn it and practice. Same with anything. It's had 8 to 10 minutes in the pan now. It's got lots of lovely colour. Let's get it in the oven to finish off. The chicken should be about 2/3 cooked at this point, so all we're going to do is just gently cook it, bring it up to a nice safe temperature, and then we can take it out to rest. This should take about 10 minutes. Again, any longer than that and we'll be in danger of drying it out. We don't want that, do we? Okay, so whilst our chicken is in the oven, we are going to make a very quick mushroom sauce. Our same chicken pan goes back on. About the quarter of a small finely diced onion and a couple of small sliced mushrooms. You should make enough sauce for about 2 people. Stir and mix in with the pan juices. Deglaze with a drop of vinegar. Any type will do, it's the acidity we're after. You can also use a drop of wine if you have that. Then we can add a good splash of water, enough for about 2 portions of sauce, which is approximately 200 ml. Now we can just chill for a bit and let the contents of the pan get to know each other for a while. Okay, so now what we have here is a rich chickeny stock made from the pan juices, mushrooms, onions, with just that added water. No stock cubes required here. Okay, so now it's time to thicken up this sauce. We're going to use a small amount of corn flour mixed with a little bit of water and pour it in gradually. Do not be tempted to throw the corn flour straight into the pan. All you'll achieve is a sauce full of lumps and you'll probably have to throw it in a bin or give it to that weird cousin of yours. Right, 10 minutes is up, so let's see how this chicken's getting on. Looks pretty good. If you don't have a temperature probe yet, I suggest you get one. It'll be one of the best things you buy and will drastically improve your cooking. This chicken needs to be about 78 to 80 degrees centigrade or 165 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. The important thing is you've got nice clear juices and lovely white meat. If you want to ruin your knives, then do as I'm doing here. Otherwise, I'd recommend a chopping board. I think it's fair to say we've achieved our juicy meat and crispy skin, so we'll rest this now for 5 minutes and then we'll get ready to plate up. Okay, mushroom sauce into the middle of the plate. And then we can add some green veg. We've got tender stem broccoli and cavolo nero here, but you do you, choose whatever you want. And finally our chicken. No BS frilly garnishes required, just good technique, well executed. If you want to be a better cook, just concentrate on improving your technique and the rest will come. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, you know the drill. Check me out on Instagram too.